Paco, and you're watching Powitch Books. Hey guys, today we're going to be filming my April TBR. It is already April, 4 months in. This year is going by quick. March was a physical lot for me just because of work-wise, and I got a lot of reading done in March. And so that's for the March wrap-up. This is the TBR. So in April, we do the magical readathon. So I'll be doing that. And then also I will be participating in Fablen, which I will have both videos linked down below. I'm a shopkeeper, so bad with shop, maybe, I don't know. So, which is a weekend, it's like a weekend readathon, with sprints and stuff like that. And I will link that, both announcement videos, but especially the Fablen announcement video will be linked down below, so you guys could check that out. And please do, it's gonna be fun. Let's get into the readathon, shall we? So, in the month of April, let me know if they said that. Let's get into the actual TBR. So, if you don't know, the magical readathon, you pick a class or a job you want, and you take the prompts for it in April and for the spring equinox, and then in the fall you do it. And this is my third year, I think, of doing Necromancer. So I think this might be the last time I do Necromancer this year. I'll probably finish out in August, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I might change it up. But I am doing the Necromancer class, so I have some prompts to do. And we shall get to it. So the first one I want to do is, I believe it's Inscription. And one of the classes I have to do, and I have 3 books. I have to pick 3 books, read the first sentence, and then pick one. And so I'm going to do that with y'all. Now, I might get these class names wrong, because I don't have the paper in front of me of the actual classes. But, yeah. So the way we're going to do it, I have 3 books, and these all happen to be Fairy Loot books, because, you know, my big challenge this year is to read a lot of my Fairy Loot books. And so these are 3 of them. I'm going to read the first sentence to you guys, and then I will decide. So the first one I have is Coven. The Coven by Harper L. Woods. So the first sentence of that is, My dear witchlings. Oh, that's author note, dummy. Okay. The Coven. Prologue. Alaric Grayson Thorne. In the 329 years since my making, I've come to appreciate the finer things in life. Okay, I like that. That's interesting. The next one we have is Bound by Thorns by Elizabeth Helen, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, I believe. Chapter 1, Rosalina. I've traveled around the world. That's it. That's the first one. So I'm probably not going to be this one for just the first sentence challenge. And the last one I have is Heavenly Bodies, which is one of Princess's favorite reads recently. So let's see what I think. Alara Belvrine had been able to walk through dreams for as long as she could remember. It's between these two. And I think I'm going to go with the Coven because I want to read this physically. And I think the hardback is coming out soon. Or hardcover is going to be available soon. So I'm going to wait for this. I think just the first line alone, I'm more intrigued in the Coven. So I will be reading that. So I think this was Inscriptions prompt. The next one is Spells and Incantations, which was to read a book that had a word from the last book you read. And the last book I finished was Monsoon Rising by Thea Gonzon. And so I will be reading Dark Rise by P.A. Cast. This is a book, white writing on gold paper. It says The Darkest Coming. I know that this is a chosen one having to do with the chosen one, and I think the dark one is returning, and I know this is clear, so I'm excited to read this. Also, what I know about this is a girl, she's a witch, she goes to this academy to kind of get revenge against, I guess, the headmaster who's a vampire. So I am intrigued in this. I think Helen read this and enjoyed it, so I'm excited to get to it. And then I have a book. I forgot the prompt. Should I have been prepared before filming? Maybe. been going through a lot of stuff. So, the prompt was to have a map generator, and you had to read a book from one of the places, and you got 5 choices. I did this with Princess and Helen when we do our TBR planning. We do that on Discord, and I got Australia, and so I'm finally going to finish Dark Dawn by G. Kristoff, Australian author. Don't support the man, but I've had this forever. I've been needing to finish this trilogy. The next prompt was to find a book where a character was missing or lost. And so I'm going to be doing A Feather So Black. This is a Swan Lake retelling where this princess is replaced by a changeling, and the changeling has to go find the missing princess, like, years later. And so that's all I really know about this. And then if you don't know what Dark Dawn is about, it is about Mia, who is a girl who went to the school for assassins to get revenge on the empire that killed her family. The next prompt, I believe, was animal studies. Not animal studies, it was like shape-shifting, and it was dragons, like a book with dragons on it. And I'm going to take a book that was on my TBR list month in March that I didn't get to, but I want to knock out the series. I've really been wanting to read this, and that is going to be Throne of Secrets by Carrie Matascalco. This is the second book in the Throne of the Fallen series, and they're just fun romantic books. This one follows the Prince of Gluttony. Yeah, this follows Gluttony. The last book follows Sloth. I don't know who the next one follows, but I'm very excited for this. And the prompt was to read a book with dragons on the cover, so we have that. The next book I have here is not a prompt book. That is on a prompt, but I will be continuing my series I want to finish, and I should be finishing a Reckless game this month, and so I will be knocking out the Halfling Saga with a Honored Bell next month. I plan to finish that. You guys might see vlogs of these, so keep an eye on that. Another book that is not a part of the prompt program is the book club pick for my YA book club I go to each month, and that is Our Infinite Fates by Lauren Stevens is the April pick, and it is about a girl who is reincarnated, I guess, every couple years, and Evelyn can remember all her past lives. She can also remember that every single one, she's been murdered right before her 18th birthday by Arden, a supernatural being linked to her soul. And it's not a big book, it's pretty short, so I'm excited to get to this. And then we have the Romantasy pick for my Romantasy book club I go to when I can, and that is Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. This is a girl gets her uncle dies and she gets his estate, and she touches a sword there, and a guy comes out of it, and it's a romance between these two. So I love T. Kingfisher. I really enjoyed both books I've read by her before, so I'm excited to get to this. Other books that I have on my radar this month that I'm going to really try to get to, me and Princess and Helen are going to be buddy reading Serpent and Dove again. I say again because it's a reread for me, so I will be rereading Serpent and Dove. The book is right there. And then I will also, which is about Lou, who is fleeing from witches, her coven, for mysterious reasons, and the only way to be safe, she has to fake a marriage, not fake a marriage, it's just a real marriage, but have a marriage in convenience with a witch hunter. And I really enjoy this series, and I'm excited to reread it. I have not reread it yet, and I know the next book in the spinoff series comes out this month as the time of the recording, so I am very excited to reread this series. And then I am going to be trying to read the sequel to Throne, A Cup of Venom, a drop of venom, a cup of corruption, or something like that. Here it is. I don't really know what this book is about. I know it's a murder mystery, is what the first one is. I haven't gotten to the first one yet, but I will be reading the sequel as well. And I believe that's all that I'm reading in the month of April. I do know that Sword Heart is for the prompt to read a book with a high star rating, and this passed the test. And Serpent and Dove does not pass any prompt tests. Okay. But yeah, that is what I'm reading. What are you guys reading the month of April? If you're competing in the Magical Readathon, what is your character? Or what is your class you're doing? And if you are completing in Fablen, I cannot wait to see you. Like I said, both announcement videos will be linked down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!